Okay, so far we've got 2 parts to the quiz, right? What's the first part we talked about?
Domain.
Domain. You're going to have to be able to find domain. We got rules for that. Second part is you're going to have to be able to find asymptotes. Okay? Third part is you're going to have to be able to answer questions like this. Name the following. Okay, now I just have 6. You know, altogether there are 12. I've just, the first 6 I could remember, I slapped up here. So here we go. You need your flashcards. Get your flashcards out. You need to have flashcards, kids. If you don't have flashcards, get out your BFF sheet, unless you can remember these. I'll call them 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. So, anybody name any of them? Raise your hand, give me a name. Savannah?
Number 6 is all.
This is the logistic function, so you would write logistic. It's the logistic function. That's the name of it. Lindsay? 5 is the cubing function or the cubic function. So you can write cubing, you can write cube, you can write cubic. Whatever kind of word you want, but it has something to do with cubing. Okay? Lauren?
Number 2 is absolute value.
2 is absolute value. Absolutely right. Good job on that. Erica?
Number 1 is square root.
This is the square root function. We looked at it earlier. Good. Moses?
Number 4 is exponential.
This is your exponential function. And Julian, the last one? You know this one? Don't know that one? It's the logarithmic function, that's right. It's the logarithm. So you can write natural log, you can write log, you can write logarithm, whatever you want to write. That has to do with logs. So you're going to have a section like that. Because what have I asked you to memorize? The shape, the name, and the equation. Right? That's a lot, since we just learned them yesterday. So for the quiz tomorrow, you will only need to have memorized the shape and the names. Or maybe I'll give you a choice and say either write the name or the equation. That way, if you know, whichever one you know, you can put down, okay? But eventually, you need to know them all. By next week, you need to know them all, okay? Name, equation, and shape. All right, the next thing on the quiz then, last thing, this will be the last thing on the quiz, will be problems like this. Now, since you're not going to have your note cards tomorrow, I'm not going to let, this isn't going to be open note. Here's what I want you to do. I want you guys to collectively to give me 4 functions. Like I just randomly picked square root, absolute value, and cubing. any 4 functions that you feel like you're gonna have memorized well enough to be able to sketch tomorrow without your notes. So which 4 am I gonna use? So you're okay with square root?
Yeah.
Okay. You okay with absolute value?
Yes.
Okay, what else are you okay with?
Parabola.
Parabola, so that would be x squared. So let me just make this a squared. Okay. And I need one more.
Exponential.
The identity is just a line? All right, so you will need to be able to recognize all 12. But in terms of graphing, you are only going to have to graph square roots, absolute values, squares, and lines. Okay? So what I'm really testing you over is, do you know what to do with that -2? But you can't graph it unless you remember that the square root function looks like that. That's your starting point. Now what are you going to do with that? 2 units to the right. So that's what you would graph. Obviously, you have to know this shape in order to get that problem right. So you're going to know those 4 shapes for tomorrow in terms of graphing them. You need to be able to identify all 12. All right, what shape is this one going to be? It's an absolute value, so it will be a V. What are you going to do with that V? Up 1. So you're going to come up 1 and sketch it. What shape is this? Square. It's a parabola. What are you going to do to your parabola here? Left 1, left 1, left 1, left 1. If this were going to be an up or down, if we were going to move this up or down, it would have to be x squared plus something. But when we put the 1 right in there with the x, right in the parentheses with the x, then that's a shift sideways. And plus 1 goes left 1. Okay, is everybody clear on the types of problems that are on tomorrow's quiz? Everybody's clear on that? All right. Is there anything there, any of those types of problems that you'd like to practice a couple more of? Okay, I have no idea how much time is left, but you have the rest of the time to be working on your assignments. If you haven't made your flashcards yet, make them. You've got a ton of homework that's all due.